No one has told you this yet, but the secrets of Stoicism can completely transform your life. I mean, completely. Everything you thought you knew about how to live a happy, successful life. It's wrong. This ancient philosophy isn't just for old philosophers, it's a powerful tool for anyone who wants to master their mind and thrive, no matter what life throws at them. Today we're diving deep into the lessons every man needs to learn from Stoicism to truly live their best life. So buckle up, because what you're about to learn could change everything. All right, let's set the scene. Imagine you've spent months, maybe even years building something amazing. It could be your career, a relationship, or a passion project. You've been putting in the hours, making sacrifices, and doing everything right. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, life slaps you in the face. Everything starts to crumble, and you're left wondering, what just happened? Sounds familiar, right? We've all been there. And it's in moments like these where most people break down, but not the Stoics. See, Stoicism is like having a secret playbook for life, a blueprint that shows you exactly how to handle anything that comes your way with grace, strength, and clarity. It's not about suppressing your emotions or pretending everything's fine. It's about becoming unshakable in the face of adversity. So, what's the secret? It's simple. Learning to live by a few key principles that the Stoics mastered over 2,000 years ago. And today, I'm going to share those with you. Get ready, because these aren't just lessons, they're life hacks that will make you bulletproof. Let's jump right in. Lesson 1, accept what you can't control. First things first, let's talk about the golden rule of Stoicism. Control what you can and accept what you can't. This isn't just some feel-good advice, it's the foundation of a resilient life. Think about it. How much time do we waste every single day stressing over things that are completely out of our hands? Whether it's the weather, traffic, or even how other people treat us, we often get caught up in things we simply can't control. This is why your stress management isn't working, because you're focusing on the wrong things. The Stoics understood that our power lies in how we respond to situations, not in trying to control the uncontrollable. Imagine this, you're planning a big outdoor event. You've prepared everything to the last detail, but then, out of nowhere, a storm rolls in and washes it all away. Now, most people would freak out, complain about the unfairness of it all, and let it ruin their day. But a Stoic, they'd shrug it off. Why? Because they know the storm isn't something they can control. They can only control how they react. This isn't just about accepting defeat, it's about reclaiming your power. When you stop trying to control things you can't, you free up an incredible amount of energy to focus on what you can control. That's where your real power lies. So, the next time life throws a curveball your way, take a step back and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. If it is, then take action. It's that simple, and yet it's a total game changer. Lesson 2, cultivate virtue. Now, let's get into the heart of Stoicism, virtue. The Stoics believed that virtue is the only true good, and by virtue they meant living in alignment with your highest values. But here's the kicker. Living virtuously isn't just about being a good person in the conventional sense. It's about building an unshakable foundation for your life. Think of virtue as your personal North Star. It's what guides you through the storms of life. The Stoics focused on 4 key virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Each one of these is like a pillar that holds up the structure of a fulfilling life. Let's break them down. Wisdom. This isn't just about being book smart. It's about making sound decisions, thinking critically, and understanding the bigger picture. Wisdom allows you to see beyond the immediate, to consider the long-term consequences of your actions, and to navigate life with clarity. Courage. Life is full of challenges, and courage is what allows you to face them head-on. It's not about the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. The Stoics knew that without courage, we're paralyzed, unable to take the necessary steps toward our goals. Justice. This is about fairness, integrity, and doing what's right. The Stoics believe that justice isn't just a social virtue, it's a personal one. It's about treating others with respect and fairness, but also about holding yourself accountable to the highest standards. Self-discipline. This might be the most important one. Self-discipline is the glue that holds everything together. It's the ability to control your impulses, to stay focused on your long-term goals, and to avoid distractions and temptations. When you live according to these virtues, you become unshakable. You have a solid foundation that no storm can erode. But here's the thing. Cultivating virtue isn't a one-time thing. It's a daily practice. It's about constantly striving to be better, to live more in alignment with your values, and to act with integrity, even when no one's watching. So how do you start? Take some time to reflect on your values. What kind of person do you want to be? What traits do you admire in others? Then, make a conscious effort to embody those traits every single day. It's not about being perfect, it's about striving for improvement day in and day out. Lesson 3. Practice detachment. Let's face it, we're all a little too attached to our stuff. Our jobs, our status, our relationships, our gadgets, these things can end up owning us more than we own them. But here's the harsh truth, none of these things define you, and they definitely don't bring lasting happiness. The Stoics knew this, which is why they practiced detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care about anything or anyone. It means recognizing that your inner peace and happiness should never be tied to external things. One of the most powerful Stoic concepts is memento mori, or remember. You must die now. I know that sounds morbid, but it's actually incredibly liberating. When you remember that everything in life is temporary, it becomes easier to let go of your attachments. Imagine you're holding a glass of water. You enjoy it while you have it, but if it slips and shatters, you're not devastated. You understand that it was never really yours to keep forever. That's how the Stoics viewed everything in life. So, what does detachment look like in practice? It's about enjoying the things you have, your possessions, your relationships, your achievements, without becoming dependent on them for your happiness. It's about being grateful for what you have, but also being willing to let go when the time comes. This is especially important in a world where we are constantly bombarded with messages that tell us we need more stuff, more success, more recognition. But the Stoics knew that true happiness comes from within, not from external achievements or possessions. So, start practicing detachment today. Enjoy what you have, but don't let it define you. That way, when life inevitably changes you'll be ready to adapt without losing your sense of self. Lesson 4. Face obstacles with calmness. Let's get real, life is full of obstacles. Whether it's a personal setback, a professional challenge, or just the everyday grind, we all face difficulties. But here's where the Stoics were different. They saw obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities. And the key to overcoming these obstacles: calmness. When most people encounter a problem, their first reaction is to panic or get frustrated. It's natural, but it's not productive. The Stoics believed that in every obstacle lies an opportunity for growth. It's not about avoiding challenges, it's about facing them with a calm, clear mind. Think about it. When something goes wrong, what's your instinct? Do you lash out? Do you start worrying about all the things that could go wrong next? Or do you take a step back, breathe, and assess the situation calmly? The Stoics would advise the latter. They knew that by staying calm, you can think more clearly, make better decisions, and ultimately turn the obstacle into an advantage. Here's a simple technique to help with this. When you're faced with a challenge, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can I use this to my advantage?" This shift in mindset is incredibly powerful. It turns you from a victim into a problem solver, someone who sees challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Let's say you're passed over for a promotion at work. The old you might have been angry, resentful, maybe even a little bitter. But the Stoic you sees this as a chance to reassess your goals, to improve your skills, and to come back even stronger. Every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. This isn't just a mindset, it's a superpower. Imagine going through life, facing every challenge with calmness and confidence. You'd be unstoppable. That's the power of Stoicism. Lesson 5. Live in the present moment. Now, let's talk about one of the most crucial, yet most overlooked, aspects of Stoicism: living in the present moment. We spend so much time either regretting the past or worrying about the future, but the Stoics knew that the only moment that truly matters is right now. Why is this so important? Because when you're stuck in the past or fixated on the future, you're not fully living. You're missing out on the richness of life that's happening right in front of you. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. All you have is this moment. Living in the present doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities or pretending that the future doesn't matter. It means being fully engaged in whatever you're doing at this very moment. Whether you're at work, spending time with loved ones, or even just relaxing, be there fully. Don't let your mind wander to what you should have done yesterday or what might happen tomorrow. Focus on what's happening right now. The Stoics practiced this through mindfulness long before it became a buzzword. They understood that true power and peace come from being present. When you're fully engaged in the present moment, you're not weighed down by the baggage of the past or the anxieties of the future. You're free to experience life as it is, in all its beauty and complexity. So how can you start living more in the present? Begin with small steps. When you're having a conversation, really listen to the other person. When you're eating, savor each bite. When you're working, focus entirely on the task at hand. It's about bringing your attention back to the here and now, over and over again. This isn't easy, especially in a world full of distractions. But the more you practice, the more natural it will become. And trust me, the benefits are huge. Not only will you feel more grounded and less stressed, but you'll also start to appreciate life more. You'll find joy in the little things, the things that most people overlook because they're too busy worrying about the past or the future. Remember, the present moment is all you really have. Make the most of it. Lesson 6. Practice self-discipline. Finally, let's talk about self-discipline, the unsung hero of Stoic philosophy. Self-discipline is the key to living a life of purpose, focus, and achievement. Without it, all the other lessons fall apart. It's what keeps you on track when the going gets tough, what helps you resist temptations and distractions, and what allows you to stay true to your goals. The Stoics believed that self-discipline was crucial because it's what enables you to control your desires and impulses. Think about it. How many times have you set a goal only to abandon it because something easier or more tempting came along? Maybe you planned to hit the gym every morning, but then the snooze button got the better of you. Or maybe you wanted to save money, but then a shiny new gadget caught your eye. This mistake could cost you everything: your goals, your progress, your dreams. That's why self-discipline is non-negotiable if you want to live a fulfilling life. It's about making decisions that align with your long-term goals, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. So, how do you build self-discipline? Start by setting clear, realistic goals. You know what you want to achieve and why it's important to you. Then, break those goals down into manageable steps. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, it's about making small, consistent improvements every day. Next, eliminate distractions and temptations as much as possible. If you're trying to eat healthier, don't keep junk food in the house. If you want to be more productive, create a workspace that's free of distractions. Set yourself up for success by removing the things that make it easy to slip up. Another powerful tool is to establish routines. Routines help you automate good habits, so you don't have to rely on willpower alone. For example, if you want to exercise every morning, lay out your workout clothes the night before. Make it as easy as possible to stick to your routine. But here's the real secret. Learn to love the process, not just the result. Self-discipline becomes much easier when you find joy in the journey. When you start to appreciate the small wins, the daily progress, and the feeling of pushing yourself beyond your limits, you'll find that self-discipline isn't a chore, it's a gift. And remember, it's okay to slip up now and then. The key is to get back on track as quickly as possible. Don't let one bad day turn into a bad week. The Stoics understood that self-discipline is a lifelong practice. It's not about being perfect, it's about striving for progress. So there you have it, 6 Stoic lessons that every man needs to live a fulfilled, resilient life. Accept what you can't control, cultivate virtue, practice detachment, face obstacles with calmness, live in the present moment, and practice self-discipline. These aren't just ancient teachings, they're practical tools for thriving in today's world. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these Stoic lessons resonates the most with you? Drop a comment below, and let's get the conversation going. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay stoic.